Abdulrahman Al-Harthi, you're the CEO and Managing Director of MENA Financial Group, which is an investment bank, you said.
Yes.
And you do that mainly from Dubai, but your business is primarily in Saudi Arabia. How does that happen?
Well, that's a very interesting question to kick off with. Now, the shareholders of MENA Financial Group, all of them are Saudi, including myself. And when we build the strategy with establishing MENA Financial Group, we analyzed the whole market and also the strengths of MENA Financial Group and where we could capitalize on that. And we figured out that being in a huge market like Saudi, which is more than 50% of the GCC, GDP and size of economy as well, and maybe 50% of the capital market of the Arab world, should be the market that we should focus on. Having said that, I think also we do quite sizable business outside Saudi, like places in Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and Egypt. But I would say the bulk of our revenue, like 55 to 60%, should come from Saudi if we stick to our business plan.
So you find then having your office in Dubai is kind of central for all of these different interests?
Exactly. I mean, being in Dubai provide us with the opportunity to be a gate flow for the deals coming from the region or cross borders within GCC. Being in Saudi alone will not help that purpose. So we look at ourselves as a regional player with significant strength of knowing Saudi market very well, but also being active in other smaller markets like Qatar or Bahrain or relatively bigger markets like Abu Dhabi or Egypt.
You told me that you started your company 4 years ago, and which was kind of at the top of the market, and then very quickly the market plunged, and now it's doing a little bit better. What are you looking at these days? I mean, what kind of in this new situation, what kind of deals do you look at?
I think this crisis also, like on the positive side, if we try to leave a little bit the negative side where everybody is becoming experienced with now. And the positive side, it provided us with the ability to build a very good pipeline, because most of the corporates in the region, due to the crisis, decided to restructure their operations. And we are a very active M&A player. And when you hear the word restructuring, M&A will step in very quickly and figure out like what's the solution. Is it divesting? Is it mergering? Is it like acquisition? Is it internal restructuring? So lots of advisory work has to be done really when it comes to restructuring. And I think really we managed to build a very good pipeline during the last like 18 months with few deals also being achieved and happening. I think now when it comes to Saudi, for example, we look at certain sectors because Saudi is a very vibrant market. The demand is genuine. You get a population of around 26 million. And if you run your own statistics model, you will come up with an average age of around 21.6, which is very young population. Absolutely, and 60% of that is below 20 years old. So very, very strong momentum when it comes
future
to
growth. Yeah,
exactly. And beside the demographic really story of Saudi, there is also the reform story of Saudi. I mean, King Abdullah, since he stepped in as a king a few years ago, he implemented very aggressive reforms, trying to take the country from the third world description, hopefully to the first world description. And he focused a lot in building also knowledge economy. And now if you look at Saudi, you find a major focus in the education system as well.
The university now, which we hear a lot about, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at universities, I think we have tripled the number in the last like 7 years. If you look, now we have more than 100,000 Saudi nationals who's studying abroad, sponsored by the government, like scholarships. And also on top of that, we have King Abdulaziz City, which is a basic R&D. Then we have King Abdullah, the coast, which is basic R&D and also applied R&D center. Then you move to create the whole value chain with the new incubation valleys. They were announced like a month ago, like sponsored by King Abdulaziz University and King Fahd University and King Saud University and also the coast. So there is really a very strong focus. And if you look at the 5 years plans of Saudi, you will find a major focus also on the knowledge economy. So I think King himself figured out that we need really to transform the knowledge to an economic value. And this is why you see the value chain building up. And hopefully it's happening.
It's very interesting, and let's hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.